Hey guys, Rolling Reaper here, so I'm about to head into the cinema. Yep, it's that time of the week. Cinema trip, about to head in and see Monkey Man, the debut directorial feature of Dev Patel. Been hearing so many raves about this, tons of buzz. I'm super hyped for it. Trailer looks awesome. Yeah, really excited to watch this. And obviously, with this, Godzilla X Kong, and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, yeah, primate-based movies are going to be the new superhero movie. Mark my words. So yeah, I'm going to head in, get my snacks, get my seat, and go see Monkey Man. So yeah, I've got my popcorn here and a red frozen Fanta, the dominant colour of the marketing campaign, ready to watch Dev Patel's directorial debut. So yeah, just back from the cinema seeing Monkey Man, which yeah, I'd very nearly not be saying this because of course Netflix bought the release rights to it, got spooked by its themes, and then sat on it, left it on the shelf for about 3 years, and we're gonna evolve it entirely. Enter Jordan Peele, who had a screening of the film, loved it so much that he offered to buy up the release rights and give it a proper cinema run. Absolutely based for that. Honestly, I love Jordan Peele. So, as you'd expect, this film came right out of nowhere, and burst onto the scene with his awesome looking trailer, and rave reviews coming out of South by Southwest. So yeah, I was hyped for this. A real dark horse this year. But did Peele see the vision? Let's find out. So the film follows Kid, a man who works as a bare knuckle fighter in an animal themed underground fight club where he is paid to take beatings, week after week from men much stronger and much more capable than him. Until one day the fire burning inside him soon flares up, and his mission for revenge against the corrupt government and police who killed his mother soon reignites, and along the way he starts a trail of brutal, bloody vengeance. So yeah, like you've heard all the stories about this by now. Dev Patel broke his hand, broke his toes, got an eye infection. Multiple cameras were broken. The production crew were basically stuck in Indonesia during COVID. And in fact, the film's key financer just straight up almost pulled out, like nearly 2 weeks before filming finished. But as the old saying goes, pressure forms diamonds, and yeah, all this blood, sweat, tears, and broken bones was paid off in a great film. Go and see it. It is so fucking good. Now, obviously, comparisons have been made, calling this Dev Patel's John Wick, and um, yeah, this is certainly not that. This is definitely a lot different to John Wick. It absolutely delivers the satisfying, brutal, bloody, bone crunching action you'd expect, but it's also a lot slower burn, a lot more thoughtful. It actually has a lot on its mind and leaves you with some food for thought. Once the lights go up and you're walking out of the cinema, it's a great film, and again, it is a slow burner, and the first half takes its time. But honestly, I cannot think of anything I would trim down or cut out, because actually, without the first half, you wouldn't have the all-out fun of the second half, because The first half is meticulous table setting, very much setting up Kid and his past trauma and his simmering rage, but also, you know, putting out the pieces for its socio-political commentary, about, taking this barbed criticism of, the right-wing Indian government and also on police brutality towards, marginalized communities. In fact, specifically violence towards trans people. There is, a lot of media ideas here that this first half sets up, and it takes its time, allows it to build and grow. It never, feels like it's dragging itself out, and it's never rushing through it. Sure, it can maybe feel a bit uneven with all these like great ambitions and ideas it has on its mind, but man, it is an incredibly satisfying and compelling film to watch as it takes aim at all these, big talking points. It is great. In fact, honestly, yeah, Dev Patel does a great job directing this. This is his debut, and honestly, I can't wait for what he has planned next because the way he directs this, it's great. Obviously, there are absolutely fantastic performances here. Dev himself, fantastic. He is absolutely incredible here. He is this absolutely magnetic and ferociously intense, presence, with this like burning rage deep within. He sells it so well. And he also has ample physicality to back it up in the fight scenes. He is a fantastic action hero leading man, and an incredibly well rounded one at that. Obviously, there's some other good supporting actors here, most notably Charlotte Copley, who, always reliable. He always shows up in supporting roles in films, and he's always great. There's no exception here. He's in a pretty small role as, the guy that runs the underground fight club that Kid works at. And yeah, for the screen time he has, he's great. Charlotte Copley just doesn't miss, honestly. And there's also some little fun little comedy bits from Pedo Bash as Kid's little sidekick. He is very funny. Alfonso is a great character, and I really liked every time he was on screen. Those were some very good jokes. The film is also shot incredibly well. That it captures the streets of India in all their glory. It feels very gritty and grimy and dirty, but also is incredibly dazzlingly vibrant. It's fantastic, and there's some really like breathtakingly, confident shot choices throughout here that work really well and are incredibly striking. Yeah, I don't think I've seen an action debut this confident since Chad Stahelski burst onto the scene with that very first John Wick. Yeah, so the John Wick comparisons are apt here. You've also got a cracking score from Jed Kurzel. And yeah, all this works in favour of, yes, the main meat of the film, the action. Because yes, it's shot well, it's well directed, the score's great, the acting's great, it's got a lot on its mind with your great character work and political commentary and even some explorations of the mythology around the Hanuman legend. All that stuff is great. But really what you're here for is the action scenes. And boy do they deliver. Obviously the vast majority of them are in the second half of the film because once you get through all the table setting of the first half, boy is it paid off with a wild, thrilling second half. Like it's well worth the price of admission. Fully earns its 18 certificate with all balls to the wall carnage, brutality. It's bone crunching. It's bloody. You feel the impact of every single punch and blow. It's absolutely fantastic. It's incredibly kinetic and energetic and fluid in its choreography. But the camera also does a great job of capturing the chaos and intensity of the fights, as well as the perspective of kids. The fire deep within kid that's come ablaze. And normally I absolutely despise shaky cam, but here it's actually used really well. It strikes a perfect balance between this jittery, chaotic, shaking camera, but also the smooth and fluid fight choreography. It makes for fight scenes that are fast, frenetic, chaotic, and intense. It is great. You can see how so many cameras were broken in the making of this film. Because seriously, some of the things they do with this camera when shaking it about is absolutely insane. Yeah, overall, I loved Monkey Man. It is a great, great action film. Incredibly violent and thrilling, but also with a lot more in its mind than you might expect going in. Yeah, go and see this at the cinema. It is a great time. Peele was absolutely cooking when he bought the release rights to it on behalf of Universal. It is made for an audience. Go see it. Overall, yeah, Monkey Man gets a 9 out of 10. So you let me know down in the comments, have you seen Monkey Man? What do you think of it? Uh, did you see Peele's vision in buying it up for cinemas? And would you like to see more features like this directed by Dev Patel? Let me know all that down in the comments. Don't forget the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget the subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.